In today's video, I'm going to talk about the 9 signs or 9 habits of successful people, and if you have those habits, it's a sign that you are going to be successful like those people. So successful people definitely have some different habits than normal people. Those help them significantly to become and reach the level they are right now. So that's why in this video I'm going to talk about those habits which are mostly common in most of the successful people. So what I want you to do in this video is that rate yourself from 1 to 9. Where are you? Do you have all those 9 habits in you, or 8, 7, 6, maybe 1 or 2, whatever? Comment down below how many habits do you have out of those 9 habits, and if you have all of them, write down that in the comment also. So let's get started with our video about 9 habits or 9 signs that you are going to be successful. Habit number 1 or sign number 1 of being a successful person is you learn from your mistakes. Successful people learn from their mistakes, and all of us makes mistakes, and you, me, all of us makes mistakes, but it's not about the mistake. It's about what you learn and what you take from that mistake. So ask yourself, do you learn from your mistakes? And do you when you do a mistake, do you learn from it? Do you analyze it, or you blame it on other people, or you complain? And be honest about yourself and think about it. Actually, what do you do? And if you don't have this habit in you, it's not big deal. It's very easy to cultivate that habit in you, and I will give you some assignment. That first thing, whenever you do a mistake, obviously our first instinct is to blame it on other people and complain that this happened, that happened, that's why. So what you need to do is shift that perspective and sit down and calmly think about, okay, what did I do wrong? What could I be changing? What could I be doing next time so that it would not happen, right? So ask yourself, rather than blaming it on other people, ask yourself those questions. And obviously it's a habit. It will not happen in one day. It will take months of training and months of practice of shifting your perspective again and again. It's frustrating for a couple of weeks and months, but when you get there, it's a blissful state of learning from your mistakes, and rather than complaining it on other people. So if you have that habit in you, rate yourself 1. Sign number 2 that you are going to be successful is you always have a plan. Successful people never go without a plan. They always have something in their mind what they are going to do. They always plan ahead of time. They don't think about what they should do now. They have always thought about it, and now they're just doing stuff. They don't use their brain that much. They are just into the habit and self-discipline, and that's what gets them going. So ask yourself, do you have a routine? Do you have a calendar? Do you have a to-do list? And if you don't have that, start it from now. So for me, I use a tick. I also use Google Calendar. You can use both. You can use one. If you are initially beginning in the productivity, you're a beginner in the productivity journey, and start from a to-do list. I won't suggest you to have a calendar yet. Have a to-do list and write down all the things that you should be doing, or you need to do in the day, and just write them down and check them up every day when you are going by it. And so yeah, if you have a to-do list, have a calendar, etc., whatever suits you. So, and if you already have planned your monthly goal, yearly goal, weekly goal, or anything like that, then again, give yourself a +1 in the rating, because you are into the journey of being successful. Sign number 3 that you are going to be successful is you don't complain, you take responsibility. Successful people always take responsibility of their own problems, of their own blunders, and they learn from it and they go ahead in life. So ask yourself, are you mature enough to take the responsibilities of your own problems, or do you blame it on other people? Do you sit down and complain about your circumstances, your friends, your surroundings, and your government and all this stuff, or do you take responsibility and actually do the stuff? And if you don't do it, I would suggest you to start a journal and think about what are the things that you think are the obstacles between you and your goal. So you have a goal and you think you cannot do it, write down the things that are obstacles in you, and think about what are the things out of all those things, what are the things that are actually imaginary problems, that are not actually problems? You are thinking, you are assuming what could have done, what should have, what will have. Cut those things. Think about what are the things that in your control, and pick up those 2 to 3 things that are in your control, that are the obstacles which will you and your goal, and start controlling those things. And suddenly you will start realizing that you are actually taking responsibility rather than complaining it on other people. So again, if you have that habit in you already, add yourself a number 1. Sign number 4 that you are going to be successful is when people describe you, you like what you hear. Ask anyone in your surrounding to describe you, and let them be honest about their description and their explanation, and don't interrupt them. Then listen to what they are trying to say. Anything good, anything bad, nice, strength, weaknesses, whatever it is, ask themselves, and see if you like what you hear, right? So if you actually like what you hear, then congratulations, it's again a +1 in the rating. But if you don't, think about what you can improve yourself. And one great way of doing it is think about what your role model is in your imagination, who your role model is, and what do you think a person should have to become successful, and cultivate those habits in you. So have an imaginary person who is successful, like after 10 years you will be this person. This is an imaginary person, this is your idol, and try to be like that person. So suddenly you will see that there's an improvement in you, and suddenly you will love the description that you hear from other people about yourself. So the 5th sign that you are going to be successful is that you spend your time productively, and you know where your time is going. So ask yourself this question, that do you know that where your time is going? Where do you spend most of your time? Like, is it anything productive, or are you wasting most of your time? And so asking yourself that question will immediately get yourself that reality check, that oh my god, I thought of doing this, but I'm not actually in reality doing the stuff that I needed to be doing. So you can check your phone and check the apps that you are using the most, or in your PC or computer, what you are actually doing the most, where you are spending your time the most. One way to track your time and where you are consuming, or where you are spending most of your time, is tracking your time hour by hour, and writing down what you are doing in every single hour. I know it's a bit of difficult stuff, but if you do it, you will be very clear about what you actually do in the whole day, like every single hour. 1 to 2 p.m, then 2 to 3 p.m, 3 to 4 p.m, what are you doing in every single hour? Write them down and see, are you happy about those things? Are those things productive, or are those things taking you or pulling you away from your goals and your dreams? And yeah, and if you have that habit, again +1 in the rating. Sign number 7 that you are going to be successful is that you love being around successful people. You love being around ambitious people. So successful people love, and their surroundings are also very ambitious. They are mostly like-minded people. They love being around people who actually are more ambitious, if not more ambitious than them. So what you can do is look around your circle, that are your friend circle, are your group ambitious enough? Do they share the same goal set or same mindset, or are they pulling you down? Like, when you talk about your goals, when you talk about your dreams in front of them, are they teasing you in some way which demotivates you, or are they motivating you now, or are they inspiring you in many ways? So and one great way of doing this is do a value check. Again, I have said this in many of my videos, is that write down the priorities that you have, or think about what are the top 3, top 5, top 10 priorities that you have, and those are your values. And think about, are your friends meeting those check marks, or meeting those values, meeting those priorities, or are they opposing those things? Are they pulling you down, or are they pushing you up? And if your friend circle is not that great, what suddenly removing those people is a little bit of a difficult thing. What you can do is try virtual. Follow great people, be around with great groups, communities, forums, and listen to the great things, listen to podcasts. Surround yourself with the technology you have and use them into good things. Listen to the podcast, listen to great YouTube videos, valuable content, valuable influencers, and thus you can surround yourself virtually. Because most of our time, this is a virtual thing. You are watching a video in YouTube probably. So virtually connect yourself and surround yourself with good people. And if you have this, add 1 in the rating. Sign number 8 that you are going to be successful is you ask a lot of questions. Successful people are curious like hell. So if you are curious enough to learn things and you are determined enough to learn a lot of things and you are curious to ask questions, then you gain. Congratulations, you are going to be definitely successful. So ask yourself a lot of questions and ask yourself that do you ask a lot of questions? And if you don't ask yourself enough questions, do one thing that understand the psychology. Not asking enough questions comes from being afraid of what other people will think about you. Other people might think that you are stupid. And so one assignment that I want to give you is that ask yourself questions first, not ask other people questions. Asking yourself questions is more important than asking other people questions. So I don't know if that sounds stupid, but this is what you should do. Ask yourself questions. If you are curious about anything, go to Google, go to YouTube. There are many places and thousands of websites to give you answers, forums, communities, and many things, which will not think that you are stupid. Ask yourself questions, answer your questions by yourself, and from there start the journey, and be brave enough to ask questions the next time. Push yourself to ask questions to other people also. And be fool, as our Steve Jobs said, be foolish and be hungry. So be foolish, and it's not bad to be foolish. And if your group thinks that you are stupid because you are asking questions, then the problem is on that group, not in you, right? So ask yourself lot of questions. The last sign, and probably the most important sign, which might sound a little bit cliche, is that you love the person you see every single day in the mirror. So I'm not talking about looks and your facial structure and your attractiveness and stuff. I'm talking about you love the person you are becoming every single day. You love the person you see in the mirror because he or she is improving himself or herself every single day. You are not quitting because you're determined, you're passionate, you are going on, and you are not stopping. So that's why if you look in the mirror and you love the person you see, you will feel good about the person you are becoming, then it's the most important thing. And if you have that, great, you are going on the right path. So we are at the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and assuming you have come to this part, I hope you liked this video. And if you have watched the whole video or the whole thing, that you are amazing, you're great. So and if you enjoy this video, like this video. If you love this video, subscribe to our channel and comment down how well you did in out of 9. How did you get? How much did you get? Was it a 8? Was it a 7? Was it a 2? Was it a 0? Or was it a 9 out of 9? So, and think about what you can do to improve to get to a 9. What would it take for you to become a 9 and to become the best version that you can be? And this is the purpose of our channel, to be young and to improve ourselves, to grow together, to become successful entrepreneurs, business owners together, and be happy and peaceful and rich at the same time together. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Do good, be good, and be in the beautiful path of business. I'm Fathul. Peace.